Welcome, and you're welcome to Canorado TV.
Thank you.
Okay, today we're not going to talk about any relationship, any life-threatening situation, anything
Great.
life. Today is just free talk, and we're talking about
Great.
bbnaija. Lockdown gang.
Lockdown edition.
I don't even know. All I know is just about lockdown and it's bbnaija. Rest, I don't know. So, how have you seen this show so far?
Well, I will try to speak without defaming any housemates, but so far I lost. I wouldn't say. I would say. I wouldn't. Okay, I followed consistently until the point where Erica was disqualified from the show because I felt the disqualification was unnecessary at that point in time.
So it's not she was voted out like.
Yeah, she was disqualified from the show.
Wow.
And she was sent home. She was basically sent home from the show. But aside that, the show generally, I would say maybe it's the way it is because of coronavirus. Because I was expecting more from Big Brother in general, based on what we had last year. It's like they moved 2 or 5 steps backward compared to what we had last year, Messi and Ike and the rest. So I think this year's edition is not as interesting, or it's not as interesting as the previous one, and it's supposed to be more interesting. Yeah.
Well, though I don't watch Big Brother Nigeria, but yeah, my mentality is in the show. Permit me to say they act like secondary school children.
Yeah.
Seriously, no maturity.
Yeah.
How can someone just get into a house you don't really know and then 2 weeks into you're in the house you're already falling in love? Like, where do they do that?
They are not falling, they are diving in there.
They are diving in love.
Yeah, I know. I think it's because of the space. Everybody's in the same house. So because they are always seeing each other, they always have to see each other for the 71 days that they're supposed to be there. So I feel like they were just trying to catch
fun.
No, I won't say fun. I would just say they were in a haste to pick their partner, so their partners not go finish the market.
Like what happened in Money Heist, where they were all locked up in a place, and automatically they started falling in love with each other.
Exactly. So I think the reason why the relationship thing started early was because I think every one of them was just trying to catch their own before someone else takes it from them.
Maybe due to past episodes.
Exactly, they must have watched. Exactly. So
seasons.
Yes. So I think that's what happened. But then that was what I was thinking at first. But there are 2 people that if I don't talk about them, then we have not started talking about the show, which is Ozo and Nengi. I know you don't watch it, so I'm just going to give you a highlight of what is going on. So Ozo is a very good-looking guy. He's fair, has good skin. Although I don't like fair guys, though. But for someone that doesn't like fair guys, and I'm complimenting him, means he's really good-looking.
Wow.
So he's good-looking.
You have a crush.
He has everything that a guy needs to comfortably be with somebody that is good looking, so that he has his standard up there. And then on the other hand is Nengi. Nengi is also a fair, good looking girl. I would not say she's good. She's good looking, she's intelligent, she's everything. And Ozo is exactly the same thing. But for a guy who is that good looking and is constantly chasing a girl that doesn't want to have anything to do with him, at first I felt like maybe he was really in love with her, but at this point, with everything that is going on, I feel like he's obsessed with her. I wouldn't call it love, I'll call it obsession, because I haven't seen that very thing that he would say, okay, this is the reason why I like her this much, or this is the reason why I want to keep chasing after her. And on the other hand, Neng is not reciprocating. Like, she has told him countless times, dude, I don't like you the way you like me. I have a situation outside, but he's not giving up, and it's becoming very annoying because I feel like he doesn't know it because he's in the house, but we outside the house, we already know what is going on, and it's very obvious that it has gone from love to obsession.
Do you think because I know one thing with TV shows, sometimes they might just decide to stage something just to keep
Yeah.
the flow going and the viewers intact.
Yeah.
Do you think it is his role? They just want him to act that role, like the obsessed type.
Well, I don't know if it's a role, that means he must be a very good actor, because he's acting it so well, like it's so real. Sometimes I want to use something to stone his head so that he can come back to his senses. Because at first I was saying, oh, I want a guy like this, but now that I've seen what I have seen, I don't want a guy like that. Because that's obsession. Like, he doesn't give her breathing space. He doesn't. Okay, most times when they quarrel, he has a friend in the house, Dorothy. Most times when he's having the busty one,
I know that one very well.
With my chest. He has a friend in her, and most times when he and Nengi has issues, he usually goes to Dorothy to look for advice, and Dorothy keeps telling him the same thing. She says that there was a particular time I watched when they were discussing about the Nengi issue, and Dorothy was telling him that, also, have you looked at yourself in the mirror? You're good looking, you're intelligent, you're comfortable. I don't see any reason why you are constantly chasing somebody that is constantly rejecting you. And it's not like you have anything to lose if you let her go. And at the same time, if she feels, even if it's a tiny bit of what you feel for her, then she would show you in her actions. Like, she will let you know that, okay, I like you, but at the same time, I don't want anything to go on in the house. Probably after the house, we can meet and stuff. Like, she keeps on rejecting you, and the same way she's flirting with you is the same way she's flirting with Prince. Prince is another very good looking guy. He's my crush.
Oh, that's a real crush.
Please don't add this one. Don't add this part of the video.
Okay, moving from them.
Yeah.
I know this other lady that was evicted 2 weeks ago or so. That was Lucy.
Yeah. Lucy.
So the way she left the house,
she was like, I don't need your fake love, just.
And the other day, while I was watching her interview on TVC, Entertainment Splash, and we were just asking her, wait, why you just come and want to see your bitchy part? And they're like, I don't have any bitchy part. I said, you do. In the house, you did have a bitchy part. Like, unless you look for my job before I show you my bitchy part.
Yeah.
So how do you see her own vision, the living of her house? Did it have any impact in the housemates or what?
Well, I would say Lucy is somebody that, how do I put it? Okay, she's someone that is usually misunderstood, but at the same time, she's someone that doesn't know how to express herself the right way. So she has 50% blame, and then 50% it's just people that keep misunderstanding her. And I feel like if you have Lucy as a friend, I would choose Lucy. I would choose one Lucy as my friend and have 20 friends, because she's that loyal. Once she calls you her friend, she's always out for you. Okay. Like, there was a particular time Dorothy and Nengi were having issues. Dorothy didn't even say anything. At some point, someone that didn't know the genesis of the quarrel would think Lucy is the one having problem with Nengi, or knowing that it's Dorothy. But Dorothy was very quiet, and Lucy picked up the quarrel. She followed it up to the very last.
Fighting for her friend.
She fought to the very last. So she's just an average human being. She's most times misunderstood, and at the same time, she doesn't know how to pass her message the right way.
Okay, so who else can I even reason? I don't really know the role Dorothy plays in the house, but I believe she's just there to make the viewer. Because I remember when she just joined
Big Brother.
When Big Brother just started, and her followers on Instagram just went up, like, and most people just want to watch Big Brother because of Dorothy.
Yes.
Immediately I had to go and browse about her. Right? When people were just saying Dorothy the bossy, it was just so funny. I just had to go online to check a few things about her. Like, I was expecting her to be the troublesome one, the one always causing chaos in the house and stuff. But so far, most times when there are chaos in the house, you hardly hear her name. So how do you see her own role in the house?
Okay.
And wait, does she even participate in any? No, I know Fridays they do small games.
Yes. Yes, she does.
Okay.
Dorothy is one of the, should I say she's one of the housemates that I would say was properly brought up. She has good morals, she has good um sense of humor, she's down to earth, she's hardworking. I would just say generally she was properly brought up so far from what I've seen from the show. Why? Because I've seen her countless times unconsciously trying to look out for other housemates. And I barely see her gossiping about any housemate. The only time you would hear Dorothy talking about a housemate is if Ozo comes to her to talk about Nengi, or when Lucy was in the house, if they were talking about Nengi and she just adds her 2 cents and then she drops the topic. Like, I don't know if she's being too conscious of the camera or if she's being too conscious of anything, but so far she has just been, you know, she's just been okay. Like, I've not seen any fault so far from Dorothy.
So I won't talk about Big Brother without talking about their sense of. Oh my god! Seriously,
One of the reasons I want to go there is because of that food.
because of the food.
Because of the food, because the way they feed, the way Big Brother feeds the housemates, I don't eat like that in my house.
Do they prepare anything apart from noodles?
I don't. I haven't seen them preparing anything serious. Don't think I've even seen them preparing soup.
I don't know if any one of them know how to
Cook. Exactly. The only person that knew how to cook was Katrina, but she left the second week of the show.
dwelling on noodles.
On noodles. That's one major problem that nobody has decided to talk about yet. It's true. They don't know how to cook in that house.
Seriously, because those times they just drink, take cornflakes, noodles. If it's not noodles with corn, sweet corn, noodles with carrots, noodles with this, noodles.
I've never seen them cook any kind of
They should be able to cook or maybe, or should we ask Big Brother if they've never created avenue for them to cook swallow.
Big Brother, don't you provide them with soup ingredients to test their ability? Or they should even make a task on cooking.
Yes.
So that let us
Maybe one Friday for the show, just their task. This is what you guys will cook.
Oh my god.
It's
Going to be a disaster that day.
The house will go on fire.
And do you know the funniest part? A lot of them are confident that they don't know how to cook. Like Erica, there was a particular one I was watching. Erica was God, English is hard. Was confidently saying that she doesn't like cooking. She doesn't, not like she didn't know how to cook, but she doesn't like going to the kitchen. Although I don't blame her, she's a
But
good
she
child. She eats a lot. She still eats a lot.
And she doesn't like cooking. Don't worry. She will look for all those Fantas and no, all those Pepsi, Mountain Dew,
That's the only thing you see
Mirinda.
her eating.
What else?
A lot of them, I don't know how they're surviving and how they're not purging day in, day out without.
There'll be first aid there. So, and I know what's one of the things that should be in the first aid should be flat chin.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
So I'm sure every 2 days their stock
They're leveling up.
is good. So apart from and also, would you advise because I know a lot of people target it just to go there, get the money. But can Big Brother, do you see Big Brother as an avenue for people to look up to people and say, okay, this is somebody's character. I can watch this person and make sure that when this person comes out, even though he or she is not, he or she wins or not, and I can see this person as a spouse. All of them they just decide to be nothing.
That's what I just made
number one priority is nothingness.
I think because that's what brings spice to the show. You know, we humans and we youths, anything that is spoiled, any bad thing, that is where our attention is usually focused on. So I feel like the major reason why people are watching it is because they want to see something spoiled, either this person kissing this person or this person sleeping with this person. But aside that, I just mentioned Dorothy. Like she so far has been the only. She and Prince are the only people that I can say that I don't know if it's their home training or just their personal way of life. Like they are cool people, and from what we've seen so far from the show, you can pick Dorothy as a wife and you'll be comfortable with her. Like she's a good uh what's the English?
Wife material.
Yes.
Well, she did not say anything like this.
No.
No, if it's that one, she has millions of fans. She has.
Even her
Only
her front.
Only the front self in the house self can
Because she
cause.
says she's decent. So my own argument is maybe she's not. There's nobody to see that. So that's
And
why
you tell me all the old boys in the house did not have eyes on her. I beg you.
But if you look at it very well, nobody has actually. The only person, the only person that it felt like he was going to approach her was Brighto. But before he could make a move, Watoni already made a move on him. And I think Dorothy didn't want a situation where two of them will have to start fighting for Brighto because she already had a similar issue with herself and Nengi over Ozo. So I think she was just trying to avoid it. But wife material, I would still choose Nengi. What? No, I would still choose Dorothy over every other female housemate.
And how will you rate their sleeping ability? Because they can sleep in that house. People complain a lot, especially this period. People are complaining a lot about their sleeping ability. Hot afternoon will be sleeping.
Yes.
Forget there's fact that there's AC there.
Well,
do you think it affects the viewership?
That's why I said that this year's Big Brother is like it's his
small sister.
Big Brother. I said this year's Big Brother is
junior brothers.
This year's Big Brother is not up to the standard of the previous Big Brother, because Big Brother is giving them so much free time. That's why they have time to gossip. They have time to look for who is not looking for them. Because if Big Brother keeps giving them tasks, if they always have something to do, they wouldn't have time, and that's why they sleep a lot. Because when you're not doing anything, and you don't have anybody to gossip with,
and there's no TV in the house,
and there's no TV in the house, and there's no phone. Exactly.
How do they survive?
They survive. That's why I say they gossip a lot. So they survive. They survive based on their gossip.
People like us that don't get tired because of cannot talk for long. That will be difficult.
It will be difficult.
We not even have one vote. Just stress us out.
You just be there.
I beg you, brothers and sisters. Okay, thank you very much for helping us in our life. So if you've not been watching Big Brother like me, and you've not been understanding what has been going on the show, this is an avenue for you to listen. You say what? This is a guy, Laycon.
Laycon is a full topic. There's a full book for Laycon. So do you want me to go ahead?
No, okay, we will do special edition. But okay. I'm having sense that though I don't watch it, but talks around they said
there's every possibility that Laycon wins this year's Big Brother. That's if Ozo doesn't use his veto power to evict him today. Because I saw on Twitter that today's eviction is going to be surprising. Yeah. So there's every possibility that Ozo might use his veto power to evict Laycon, because Laycon has been following Nengi's bomb dance.
Do you know I'm smiling?
That she's refusing to give us all.
Do you know I'm smiling?
Why?
As you said, today's eviction will be surprising.
Yeah. You watch it, right? You follow it.
Watch it. Just imagine Dorothy in their house.
Well, I don't know if they're still going to, because this season they've been doing two people, like they evict two people. Yes. So if
why are they rushing it?
Today is 71. This season is 71 days, so they might want to rush up. I don't even know why they've not brought in fake housemates. Oh, their fake housemates are usually very, very hot. That's why I used to choose husbands for. Oh. their fake housemates that they usually bring are always very, 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 very hot.
Wait, no, I don't get. The housemates don't know they are not real housemates.
No, they know definitely they are not real housemates because all the real housemates come in on the first day. But fake housemates are the ones that they just bring in to cause small trouble. That's why they bring handsome and beautiful people. So that people that have started doing I love you in the house might start having a rethink when they see more people that they bring.
But not the previous, not the evicted member.
No.
I guess maybe one day they should just, maybe the first set of people they evict, they just bring them back to
bring them.
massive.
No, if they do it like that, Katrina will scatter the house. Nengi will exist. Yes, but I think that because people don't really get to see a lot from them, so they prefer to vote people that were already in the house because it's based on votes. If any fake housemate has enough votes to state the 99th day and eventually win, then that's their opportunity. But I've never, no fake housemate has won because people just tend to vote for old housemates. Okay, we've not talked about Laycon. I want to talk about Laycon.
No, Laycon has special edition.
All right.
Laycon special edition, bbnaija.
All right. Laycon. He said his name is not Laycon, it's Laycon.
Wait.
Laycon. It's not Laycon, it's Laycon.
Laycon.
Yeah.
His parents gave to him. It's okay. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Laycon.
So Laycon. Oh, my English is falling my hands. I know how to speak English. So Laycon is one housemate that has 80% chance of winning this year's Big Brother Naija. But he has his good sides and his bad sides. But I think people tend to overlook his bad side, which are actually important. If you must talk about somebody, or if you must talk about somebody, you have to include both their bad and their good side. Okay, so I already spoke about how Nengi and Ozo are having their issues. Ozo likes Nengi doesn't like Ozo. It's the same thing for Laycon and Erica. So Laycon liked Erica liked Kidwire. Now, Laycon asked Erica out, and Erica bluntly told him, I do not like you the way you like me. I like talking to you because I feel like you have a lot to offer. That's mentally, mentally and based on maturity. Like he, and I won't deny the fact he's actually somebody. He studied philosophy. I mean, so I don't expect anything less. He's an intelligent being, no doubt. He's intelligent. He's smart. He's somebody that if you look at him or if you get to know him, you might end up liking him because he's generally just a likable person. So he asked Erica out, right? And Erica bluntly told him, I don't see you the way you see me. I just like talking to you. The person I am sexually attracted to is Kidwire. She told him point blank. And then after rejecting Laycon, at every opportunity this guy gets to talk, he always badmouths Erica. And people are overlooking it like it's nothing or like it's a normal thing for people to do. And because I have been in that situation before, so I feel offended for myself and for Erica. Like, it's okay for someone not to like you the same way you like. Why can't you just accept it and move on? So instead of accepting and moving on, he kept on badmouthing her to every single person, even people that he knew she was cool with, like Prince, like Tricky T. Like she was cool with all these people until they started badmouthing her. And he's always talking about how she's always kissing him, or how she's always kissing Kidwire, how they're always being lovey-dovey and all that. My problem is, why is it your problem? Or why are you making it your problem? Why are you talking about her to other people? She clearly told you, it's not like she led you on and then at the end of the day she decided to go with somebody else. Like, she told you from the start. And for me, that's I really, really liked him before, but after the whole thing, my respect for him dropped from, like, I know it doesn't matter, a lot of people love him already, my opinion doesn't count, but personally for me, my respect for Laycon dropped from 100 to 40, and that 40 is just because I still cannot deny the fact that he's intelligent the fact that he's smart and all that. And like I said, he's a likable person. He's talented. He's an upcoming artist. I mean, a lot of television stations these days already play music.
Show.
Yes,
Okay.
a lot of people already
How come I've not
playing
listened
his.
to you? I've
You've not heard our fierce. Our fierce. You've not heard. Laycon, you have not blown yet, though. She doesn't.
Yeah, if I don't know you, then you have not blown.
You have not blown yet. So, what was I even saying?
You're talking about him being
Yes.
badmouthing.
Yeah. So that 40% that I still have on is because I cannot deny the fact that he's actually intelligent and he's smart and all that. But based on personality, I wouldn't want to have, or I wouldn't want to be in a situationship with someone like Laycon, because those kind of people spoil your career before you even begin the career. And what led to Erica's disqualification was something that had to do with Laycon. At a particular eviction show, Ebuka asked, okay, during on Saturday night, they usually have their fun night where they drink and all that. So
Is it on the party?
the Saturday parties now. So there was a particular Saturday party where Erica was very drunk. Like, everybody in the house knows that she doesn't have
High tolerance for alcohol.
exact for alcohol. So any little thing that she drinks, she tends to be hyper and all that. So at that particular time, she was trying to kiss him. I don't know if she was. I'll just say the mood she was in at that particular time was not. How would I say it? It was if the situation presented itself like she was trying to kiss him at that particular party.
She was trying to kiss
Laycon while dancing with him, but she was drunk.
Maybe she was
And
insinuating
Laycon,
that
and Laycon knew for a fact that she was drunk. After that party, he did not stop talking about it. Everybody he meets, Erica tried to kiss me last night. Were you not there? She tried to kiss me. Like, he was bragging about it like it was something to be proud of. She was drunk, for heaven's sake. And even the next day when she woke up, she was asking Pete, like, hope I didn't do anything last night. Hope I didn't get into trouble last night. Hope I didn't get you into trouble last night. Hope I didn't get anybody into trouble last night.
Mm-hmm.
So then that Sunday, Ebuka shakes tables very well. Anytime he comes, those things that I might have discussed with you about somebody else in secret, he comes on the live TV to expose us, and the people that we gossiped about will be there listening. So he spoke about it and he's like, Laycon, what do you have to say about the Erica trying to kiss you? And he was trying to deny it. And then Ebuka says that, now told him that he didn't speak to one person, he didn't speak to two people. Like, it was like he was going about telling everybody that Erica tried to kiss him. And she was pissed because she knew that she did not like him like that. And then for this kind of rumor to be flying about, it goes a long way to show the kind of love or friendship that he keeps claiming he has for her. If you truly like somebody, you wouldn't do that to somebody, like, regardless of the situation. So she was angry, but I think she kept it all bottled up in her mind. So the following Saturday, she drank again, and then when you are drunk, that's when you begin to pour out everything that's in your mind. That's when people say drunk people say the truth easily.
Yep.
So something happened after the party, and then I think it triggered that annoyance that she has been keeping. So she started swearing at Laycon. I will not lie, that insult that she gave Laycon can reach all his generation and there will still be change.
So that was just cause her
disqualification. But at the same time, I if you remember at the beginning of this podcast, I said that her disqualification was not justified. Why? Because Sisi of 2 sets ago did the same thing, even did worse to Toby, but she was there till the 99th day. In fact, she came second. So that's why I said that I don't see the disqualification as the right thing to do. And if you were going to disqualify her because it was her third strike, so if you're going to give her a strike, you should give Laycon to a strike because he caused it. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like the whole show, in fact, this season is biased.
That's why I was of the story. Do you think that this year
because it looks
mostly
scripted.
they are trying to act on other people's character?
Exactly. So basically, if Laycon survives today's eviction, then he's definitely going to win because a lot of celebrities are backing him. Tunde Not is backing him. Tiana is backing him. Even last year's housemates, about half of them are backing Laycon. A lot of celebrities
Stop
are
calling
backing
that Laycon. Seriously, it's annoying.
a lot of celebrities are backing him up too. So the show ends in 2 weeks from today. So
Okay.
if he survives today, then he's definitely going to win.
Then if he wins with his character, with what, then that means
Yeah,
this year bigbrother for me. It's
you know enter. You know enter.
Okay, so I'm sure.
Yes.
Laycon topic.
I need water. I think I've spoken too much today.
Thank you very much, and please go and watch today's eviction.
Hmm.